Cool, cool, cool. Hey, everybody, Coach Paul here with Dr. Anthony Schuller in Salt Lake City. He's had an amazing experience and some outstanding results, again, from him doing the work. As we like to say and encourage everybody, that everything that you need to know and have as a chiropractor is inside. It's really about helping you pull that superhero out so you can express it into your office, into your community to serve at a higher level. So, Doc, again, thank you for taking a couple minutes to want to share your experience that you've had. And I think you started, what was it, right around Christmas time, wasn't it? Or thereabouts?
It was over the holidays between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, last week of this of 2024, we're already the third month of 2025, which is crazy enough. But yeah, man. So just if you wouldn't mind sharing with the tribe here a little bit about your experience, how we connected, I guess, and a little bit about your experience in the first 2 months of training.
Yeah. So in short, I met you, Dr. Paul. I don't know if you remember this, but I met
Sure.
you originally at ChiroFest in 2017, I think. I was a student at LACC, now known as SCUZ, and that's what people call it. I don't know.
Okay.
And then that, it was during my transfer. I transferred to Life West. In that process, I came up and because of Talk the Tick, I got to speak. That's when we originally met, and
Yeah.
so we just kind of stayed in light contact, and just via social media, just me seeing your posts and such. And then fast forward, I opened up my practice here in Salt Lake in 2023, so May of 2023. So we're approaching 2 years now.
Yeah.
The first year was, I think it was a good start for my first year for sure. And then I felt like I hit this plateau. And I felt like I was doing all the things, but just there was something missing. It was kind of an intangible that was missing.
Mhm.
I kept seeing your posts. I'd seen other people, other coaches or doctors who also coach, and I had reached out to a few, but I just really felt like we connected and just resonated. Like I just there was a lot of congruency between how you think in terms of um, I guess how to serve, like how we serve our patients, systems, processes, making sure you're being congruent with yourself. And anyways, there's a lot of what you were saying, and I'm like, yeah, I think I align with this guy. And so I think that's when you had either reached out to me again to check in, or me to you. I can't remember, but I was kind of in a really low spot because I was good until this last holiday season, as it is common. We get the dips seasonally, but this one like really hit me. Like I didn't know how I was gonna cover a lot of things,
Yeah.
rent, the whole things, and so I was really in a peculiar situation. I We connected, started working with you, and instantly it was more about what was going on in here, and how that then feeds forward and bears fruit in how I operate.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think what I really got from you was from the very beginning, disciplines, like small disciplines that I kind of overlooked and just kind of, I guess, shrugged off, or I think I was too focused on the next thing versus like, hey, like what are some foundational traits that I need to figure out who I need to become in order to get the results I want. And so that's where we started, and it was kind of wild because almost immediately it was as if like it wasn't like you were just telling me, okay, do this now, do this now, do this, but somehow I don't know how. I kind of know how, but it was just like it was weird. It was weird that like by you just kind of asking me these questions about myself, it's like internally I already knew what I needed to do,
Yep.
but like, I feel like before I was just distracted and kind of grasping at the next straw, whereas now I was like it just got so defined and just
Well,
simple simplified and just like, all right, and kind of the way you would do it is, okay, what are you going to do this week? And I would just, I would just, hey,
Anthony.
that's what I'm doing. Okay, go, boom, and definitely some systems and processes that you taught me. I just, and it wasn't a huge departure from what I was doing. Literally
Yeah.
like a 1 degree change.
Yeah.
And that 1 degree made all the difference. So by the numbers, what I mean by that is like in my day one, day two, I think my closing rate before was like average 50%, probably like it was not good. Like it was actually more exhausting to see new patients than it was rewarding, because I would work my tail off to get new patients, and I'd get maybe 20 on a good month, maybe 20, 24, 25, but only maybe 12 would close.
Yeah.
It was exhausting. It just felt like
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Emotionally and physically exhausting both. Yeah. Yeah.
It's one thing if those convert, because then it's like energizing, because you're like, yeah, this is working.
Yeah.
But in that way, it was exhausting, and it was demoralizing, because I'm like, man, like all this effort just seems like it's for naught. And so, anyways, my numbers changed to, I mean, this month it was 29 new patients and 22 converted.
Yeah.
Or 28. No, it was 28 new patients and 29 converted. And then after that,
January is even better, I believe, right? January, I think, was strong as well.
yeah, it was. I think it was 32 new patients and 28 converted.
Yeah.
And instantly, it was just like it just.
Yeah.
Again, 1 degree change. It wasn't a huge departure from what I was doing previously,
Yeah.
and a lot of that was because you're coaching just to kind of tweak some things in me to be congruent and figure out how
Yeah.
to.
And now you're set up. I think you told me just a few minutes ago, this week set up to be your largest week in practice.
Yeah,
UV
went
wise.
from yeah. So I went from 100, like somewhere around 120, to now we're breaking 170 and 2 months later.
It's awesome, dude. So good. So good. And,
So
and and how does that feel, man? Like, I guess, a lot of
good.
docs, we get stuck in process and we don't really celebrate. And so just acknowledging your wins, how's that feel emotionally for you and for your family and your community?
Rewarding,
Roaring. Awesome. Awesome.
rewarding, fulfilling, rewarding. Those are probably the two words at the top of my head.
Awesome, buddy. Well, hey, again, I acknowledge yourself because you're doing the work, right? We're again course correcting and pivoting that 1%. Like you said, we're not doing anything drastically different than one, you didn't already know, and two, you aren't already doing. And it's really just you committing to work on you each and every day and showing up and doing the work. And that's why you're getting the results and kicking butt. So again, congratulations to you and to Salt Lake, because more lives are going to be saved as you're exploding. And we're already mentally preparing for big things to come.
Yeah, might I add one thing that I missed? One of the biggest stat change is I am getting like leaps and bounds more referrals now than I was. So
Awesome.
like the majority on both January and February, the majority were referrals. 19 referrals in January alone, 11 in February alone, and so that was way easier to get.
50-ish% of your, yeah.
Yeah, that's way easier, financially, and way easier on the day too, obviously, when you have a referral.
Yeah, they already know, like, and trust you. And again, it's building that, making that, unfortunately, a lot of docs don't make that part of their system. And so, yeah, once you move that into part of your processes and system, it's automated and it's super easy. So congrats again, dude. I appreciate it. Cool. All right, brother. Well, again, thank you for showing up and committing, and we appreciate you, and keep saving lives.
I got my adjustment here with Dr. Lawler.
Just a second.
So